what do we have here? Stick around and we'll talk about it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jayviary. Today is going to be a general update. We're gonna talk about some breeding that's still happening. We have a few birds left, and I really probably shouldn't even be breeding at this point, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but here we are. We'll talk a little bit about Einstein and show you some chicks, and maybe talk about plans moving forward here in the next few weeks. So first, let's talk about Einstein. If you haven't heard about Einstein yet, check the last video. We talk about Einstein and his arrival here. He's been great. We've been getting along. He is really wonderful. He's wonderful with my kids. He is wonderful with me, and we're really happy to have him here. We still have another tame bird, Pearl, but Pearl has moved in with, I moved one of the other cockatiels on, and Pearl's in here, so we're going to try to breed Pearl, but she has still stayed friendly so far, so it's been a few weeks, so that's pretty cool. And we have Einstein, who may or may not try to eat my earbud while we have this talk. So first we'll talk about some stuff that Hari, my sponsor, sent for Einstein. Really excited about. We got a couple of these, and I installed, oh, sorry buddy. I installed some of the other ones in the cage already, but they have some perches. This one's made with coffee wood. There's another one in the cage that's made with a different kind of wood. I can't remember. I want to say maybe it's rattan. I can't remember. But not all wood is safe for parrots or birds. It doesn't matter as much with the finches because they don't necessarily chew their perches, but a parrot might. So you want to make sure you have parrot safe stuff, and right there Hari makes them. Great little product, so I'm excited to have a couple of these. We'll just put that on the ground. And then the main thing I'm excited about, so Einstein came to me, he was on a different diet, and that's all well and good, but you know, longevity of parrots for their overall health, especially pet birds like this, you want to make sure that you're feeding them the correct diet. So in addition to fresh fruits that are safe for him, a lot of fresh veggies that are safe for him, especially things like carrots. We're doing kale, we're doing sweet potatoes, we're doing grapes, some of the more tart apples, and some other things I'm forgetting. But the main thing, and this goes for any bird, that they need is they need protein, calories that are not super high in fat, not super high in sugar, they're healthy. So Hagen makes Tropican, which is, this is the lifetime formula, and this is one of the things that I'm feeding Einstein. And I won't get too in depth here, but if you want to look, you can find this. Where are we going, buddy? Oh, Einstein. You want this? Does it smell good in there? Einstein's hungry. So, they have the protein analysis, crude fat, all the things. Eclectuses in particular, they have the slowest digestive tract of any parrot. It doesn't change their diet a ton, but it does make you, for some other reasons, again, I won't get too in depth here, that you want to avoid a lot of sugar, some other things like that. And so for Einstein, another great option, and this is also good for birds like Pionises, Quakers, Cockatoos, Amazons, African Greys, and Conures, Macaws. So there are, this is the alternative diet. And so I'll be feeding Einstein this and the regular Tropican on about a 2-to-1 basis. And we've got that that food swap happening now, and I'll show you what's going on in this cage. So as you can see here, we've got Einstein's previous diet on the right, and then instead of just swapping them or mixing them, Einstein did some mixing himself, it looks like, I offer them next to each other. And that way I can monitor, make sure Einstein's still getting enough to eat, and monitor his uptake of the new food, which is happening. So I'm really excited about this. It's not always easy to get parrots to eat something new, as a lot of you probably know, but here we are doing it. So that's pretty great. And I would give most of the credit to Hagen for having a yummy food, and to Einstein for being a good boy. That's right. You want to give me a kiss? Thank you. So yeah, Einstein's pretty awesome. All right, so now that we've talked about that, we'll talk about future plans just a little bit. No huge update here, but Jayviary 2.1 is coming. For those of you that get confused by the numbering system, so last summer or last fall, I rebuilt the entire aviary. So that became Jayviary version 2, so 2.0, and then 2.1 will be, which I like to do once or twice a year for the enrichment of all the birds. I'll redo everything out there, all the perches, all the greenery and everything, change it up so that the birds get something new in their environment. And that will be Jayviary 2.1. And then the next time I do it will be Jayviary 2.2. And so, as you can see, I've already got a bunch of wood cut and dried and ready to become a perch outside. Before we go outside, I'll show you. I've got a couple babies here, an English zebra, some diamond doves, and a spice finch that are ready to go next chance I get. And then down here, we've got, up in front here, we've got Lou, the dad, and we've got a baby Bork chick that fledged a couple weeks ago. Marty, the mother, was plucking in the nest, but it's got its feathers mostly back, and that'll be headed out to my friend Angela out in Kansas when the weather allows. And then in here, we've got Marty on eggs. I am not confident that these are going to hatch, so in a few days, if these don't hatch, I'll pull them, and then the nest box will come off for the year. So we'll do a quick update for in here. We have Pearl. Want to step up? Who's still doing great. We have the doves. We have a pair of canaries. Here's the hen. And the cockbird is up here. And for whatever reason, this hen is trying to make a nest up here. As you can see, she's dumped everything down here. It doesn't really work, but hoping she finds her way to this nest right here eventually, and we can get some chicks out of her, because that would be great. Not very afraid of me, are you? All right, let's see if I can get a light in here. We've got some Gouldian babies. So especially when you have parent-raised Gouldians, they do a really good job of sitting chicks, feeding them well. So these babies are doing great. There's 3 in there that I know about. There may be a 4th. And then over here, we've got some society finch chicks. And what's cool, especially about this clutch, and they're getting close to, this chick hatched later in the middle here. So this one down low, so it's a few days behind. But what's cool about these chicks, and I think that's mom actually right there, sitting on top right there, but is we have 2 gray babies in this clutch. Pretty rare color for society finches, so very excited about that. And then I don't want to get close because I don't want to bother them, but you are looking at a female red-billed firefinch, and I don't know if you're able to tell easily, but back to the right of her, yet there it is moving, is a chick. There are 2 in there. I couldn't be more stoked about this. I'm going to take the light off so we're not bothering them, but these are one of the rarest birds in U.S. aviculture. They're not super easy to breed. It's not impossible, but they're not super easy. And I've got chicks in the nest, which is really, this and the Gouldians are the main reason that I haven't pulled all the nests yet, is because these birds weren't done. And I wanted them to get a chance, and it's paid off. I'm really excited about it. And then in here, I've got a mama canary, and she is sitting on 4 eggs that I think at least 3 of them are fertile. So we'll see how that goes, but pretty excited about that as well. And I think that is the breeding roundup. So as you can see, things are getting cold here now. Luckily, I've got things like heat lamps, and then I've actually got this whole aviary on a thermostat with a heater that's putting off a good amount of heat. So we're trying to keep things warm in here. Try not to let it get below the 70s if I can help it, and absolutely not below the 60s. So far we've been able to do that. Got obviously the outside covered. So far we've got happy, healthy birds. And besides the canaries, we're not seeing much breeding right now, but hopefully soon we'll start to see some molting. All right, folks. Oh, Einstein. Thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed the update. One last little piece of information. At the beginning of the breeding season, which, I kind of cheated and unfairly extended the rules. My goal was 100 chicks for the year. And with all the chicks that are in there, if we get to the perch, we'll be slightly over 100. So pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about this guy joining the family, and excited about y'all. Thanks for following along. Getting close to 1,000 subscribers on here. If I get to 1,000, we'll probably do some kind of fun merch giveaway, t-shirts or coffee mugs or something. And that would be awesome for me. So tell your friends, tell your family. That would help me out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Flock, for following along with us. You say bye-bye? Give me a kiss. Thank you.
Birds in the sky keeping me down. They won't let me inside of their town. How I wish I could be one of them. How I wish I could be one of them.